Hello traders out there in Traderland. My name's Des Woodruff and I'm the president and founder of freetradingvideos.com Incorporated. And we do business here as Grok Trade, which is our educational firm with a very advanced trading education platform that we deliver through mentoring. Anyway, let's get going here. This will be a video you will want to share with your friends, so get ready to pass this link on to others, but let's get after it. This should conclude our 2012 year. Take a look at what happened on Friday. The S&P took a nasty dive after we find out that President Obama here in the United States decides to stay pat with his fiscal cliff ideas. So with that, we go into a weekend. We have the Congress coming back on Sunday to meet yet again to come up with some sort of plan to keep these taxes from smashing us in the mouth come 2013, just a few days away. On that news that President Obama wasn't going to budge, we have a significant drop in the markets. Dow dropped to 158 points. The S&P off by 1.1%, the Dow off by 1.2%, NASDAQ off by almost a full percent, Russell's not as bad, down 0.61%, but a significant drop nonetheless. Banks up a staggering 17%, well over 20. We're not going to throw it 23, the highest in 6 months, gang. The fear indicator has spiked. Yeah, the banks off by 0.5%, gold off by 0.4%, silver off by 0.5%, crude oil off by 0.5%, and the US dollar up a mere fraction. Big reading here on the trend, 2.20. Before I get into the technicals, I want to share with you that we do mentoring. Think about your 2013 year. What are you willing to invest to fix the problems that you had in 2012? Well, I'm here to tell you that formalized trading education is your answer. More information at the end of this. Make sure you get signed up. And we also have a free webinar coming up, so you want to get signed up for the free webinar. We only do it once a month, so be there or lose it. Check out this chart. I'm going to go here to the weekly chart. Check this out. This is a weekly chart on the S&P. You do not want to be bullish in this environment. You have a major swing low right here and a bounce. We're making a lower swing high right here. Do you see this? So we have a higher swing low, lower swing high in the making. So at this moment I can draw yet another trend line right here. If you look at these two blue lines, you have a symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles can be very explosive to the upside or the down. Here's the issue. On this weekly chart, every bar represents 1 week. We are heading down after a nice run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks bullish. This is our turnaround. We have what's called a bearish engulfing reversal pattern with a lower high and a lower low. It is confirmed dropping taking place. We also drop below this swing high, which puts us below 1407, 1408. We are now at 1402, well below that area of support. Resistance here, support here. And it should have been support there, but it was not. We closed below it. We're still above the 50-week moving average, but now below the 20-week moving average. I see more downside potential coming here. Next area of support is 1400 itself, and that's only a couple clicks away. If you look at the NASDAQ weekly chart, same thing. We had a nice run up. We were caught between the 20-week and the 50-week moving averages, and I told everybody that if you get caught between the 20 and the 50 for any amount of time, usually you get a massive move one direction or the other. Right now we have a close below the 50-week moving average, which is a telltale sign that we could be heading down with a lot of velocity. So something to be watching for. Look at this swing high. We drop, swing low. We go higher here, swing high, higher swing high, higher swing low. We drop, 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 drop. We broke that support level. See this support here, support here. We broke that support. We drop. Support now is acting as resistance. We get caught between the 20 and the 50-day moving averages, and now we're showing movement to the downside. If you look down here at the centered oscillator, I'm using a MACD. You'll see that we have a lower swing high when we had a higher swing high here. That is a bearish divergence in this oscillator. We did drop here, and now we rally, but we rally back to the center line. With that, we have a negative tick on the histogram. That shows that we do have a crossover of our MACD line and our signal line. This looks to be dropping again. That could be a significant drop here. Be watching that. If I go to the monthly chart on the NASDAQ, you'll see here that we're chopping around at these high levels. There's still support here, a lot of support that we can find. I would say right around 2940. Be watching 2940 as a big area of support. So far, the NASDAQ monthly it's not broken, not yet. If it goes below this trend line, the markets will be broken. We are at a major area of resistance. This line coming down, we're having a hard time getting over that. We will be very bullish if we can get up over the top of that. Let's go to the S&P. Building a high base here, but we had a hard time. This week we tried to go higher. We tried to make, or this month rather, we tried to make higher highs. We could not get through all this resistance. We came right back down. Last month we went lower, 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 and rallied back. So right now we have shadows. We have 3 upper shadows, 1 lower shadow. So we have a lot of indecision in the markets. But if you look here, you got a lot of white space down here. Very easy for the markets to drop right here. Not so easy for it to pop. Keep your eye on that. Let's take a look at the banks. Markets are only as strong as the banks. If you look at the monthly chart here, check this out. High base above a lot of support levels. So it needs to break out. We need to see a sizable breakout to the upside, but it's looking fairly bullish. On the weekly chart, showing some weakness here. We hit resistance, hit support. We bounce up. We are just above the 20-week moving average, finding support right at it, but we're finding weakness already, and we're doing so in a rising wedge with a bearish divergence. On the weekly chart, things look more grim for sure. On the daily chart, we have a nice bull pullback on the banks with the doji at the 120-day moving averages, looking for a bounce. This is really great place to see a bounce. So on the very short term, looking for a bounce. On the longer term weekly, I see problems with the rising wedge. And on the banks monthly, I see long as we can bounce around here and stay above this trend line, then we have a chance of breaking out to the upside. Let's take a look at gold. A lot of you guys like gold. And we're here. Here's a problem with gold right now on the monthly. We are below the 20-month moving average, and just barely below it, but more importantly, we're below a major trend line here. That's no good. If you look at a weekly chart, you can see, yeah, for the week, we kind of dojied out here for the week. We're finding 50-week moving average, 100-week moving average support and resistance area. So it's just kind of hanging up right here, looking to make a move one direction or the other. On the daily chart, we filled this gap. You can see the gap here. We came and filled it, and it's finding problems there against the 200-day moving average. Take a look here at, let's look at Apple. This is the daily chart. Man, I'm telling you, Apple, we could be finding some buying opportunities here. Big falling wedge, looking for a buying opportunity, a double bottom. It'd be nice to see bottom, right there. See that W right there. This could rally strong if the markets get bullish. I like the fact that the volume's drying up in this consolidation. That's just what we're looking for. Here, look at this, resistance, support, big time buying opportunities with stop losses down here, say below 498. And let's take a look here at Google weekly looks like it's in a lot of trouble here. If I take a look, draw a couple trend lines here, and let's say it does drop, we're in a special triangle at resistance. So be careful with that. On the daily, a nice bull pullback could be an opportunity to buy long here if we make a higher high. Say if we get above 708, 709 area. That could be good. On the monthly chart, it's just chopping around, doing a whole lot of nothing, but we have a higher high, higher low. It's in an up leg, or starting to be in an up leg. Let's take a look at Facebook. Let's go to a weekly chart. Down here at $19, we're seeing big time buying opportunity. Pops, runs. Nice bull pullback. Could be a buying opportunity. It's pulling back on falling volume, just what we're looking for. This is on a weekly chart. Let's see what the daily chart looks like. We did drop down, rallied back on volume, so I could almost see it. Man, yeah, I could see that. This could be an immediate buying opportunity if the markets go bullish, meaning that we wish we were in it on Friday because this thing looks like it could be ready to take off right now. But everything's contingent on what the policymakers have to say going through the weekend and if this fiscal cliff is going to smash us. So it's all contingent on that. I want to take a look at the VIX here. If you take a look at the volatility index, this is the fear indicator on the weekly. We're down here in these complacent levels. We had this triangle you can see. We broke out of it. What was resistance now is acting as support, and now we've rallied strong right into the 200-day moving average. If you look at the monthly chart here, you can see a pretty nice pop. Last time we had a nice pop, it came right back down. This time we had a pop, started going a few months into 2011. We rallied up strong, hitting the mid 40s. Right now we're at 22, almost 23, and a lot of upside potential here. On the daily chart, you can see this. Look at this last week, just up, up, and away, removing itself from all major moving averages. Fear has definitely starting to move in here. I'm at finvids.com and taking a look here at the groups. On the weekly performance here, you can see financials. Financials really, everybody is in red. However, financials doing relatively well still. So that's a bullish indicator for more of the macroeconomics, as long as we see this. And if you look for the 1 month, financials have been the very strongest. That's great to see for 3 months financials. If we start to see financials start to break apart, its front running may start to dissipate and you might see a pullback. For the day on Friday, financials again relatively strong compared to some others. Industrial goods down on Friday, basic materials down, but more importantly on the weekly, services down almost 3%. Conglomerates, large companies that own other companies, down almost 3%. Basic materials off 2.5%. So that's where we're at here. I want to take the time to say thanks to our team here, those, at least the team members that you can see. Mark Suffren, a brilliant trader, runs the Grok chat room that he does each morning, and also our lead mentor here at Grok Trade, wonderful speaker also. Thank you, Mark, for all the videos that you do. We love seeing your day trades and those that you feature each day, your winners and your losers. Very important to see the balance. And Nitsa, our Spanish analyst from Mexico, a brilliant individual. And we're actually working on our very first mentorship in Mexico in March. If you speak Spanish, and that's your primary language, you definitely want to be there. I will be there with Nitsa. We will be both teaching, and there'll be a translator there for me. Simultaneous translation taking place in Mexico City in March. If you want more information on that, just fill out the form for the mentorship. We'll get that to you. And she's awesome. Thank you for your weekly videos that you do and participating in the chat room. And Carolina, she does a fantastic job helping me, talking to prospective students. She's a student. She went through the program. Actually, Nitsa is a student, went through the program. Mark's a student, went through the program. What we teach here is the real deal. And she does the Q's videos. We love her videos. Thank you for posting those, Carolina, and thank you for helping me on the back end. And Mike Williams, who also helps me. He's a coordinator of these different events, and he helps us out kicking off our webinars that we do each month and that sort of stuff. It's been a great 2012. We had fantastic growth. As you can see here, our Facebook friends are now over 1,200. It's just incredible how we're spreading and really meeting new heights and users, and also strategic alliances. Really exciting things coming up. So Anyway, one thing that we do here that we highly recommend is go through the 101 courses and then the 201 courses, but more importantly, get signed up for the mentoring. I just ask you to do this. Learn more about it. Watch the videos, hear the testimonials down here. You can actually read the testimonials by clicking this. But fill out the form, have a chat with Carolina, find out if you have a match. Take care, and we wish you the very best in 2013. Thank you to the bottom of my heart for being a part here at Grok Trade.
This may not be you, but traders who come to Grok Trade for help are sharp, well-educated, and have made money in the past. However, they weren't executing consistently nor disciplined in managing risk. They bought high and sold low. They let small losses turn into large losses. They kept losing money. This does not have to be you. They made a change before it was too late. Grok Trade students trade within the live markets with confidence. Get signed up today before it's too late for your trading.